Hi guys, it's just Adam, and today we're going to discuss the season of Enzo Marseca's first season at Chelsea. It's been a season of many ups. There was a lot of doubt when he first came in because he really only won the championship, but that was the only proof that we had that he was a good manager. But we had more proof, but I don't really take data analysis into actually consideration because data analysis can mean anything. Like, I don't care if you have 60% of the ball, you need to be winning games. But anyway, let's dive into why the key topics of the season: Champions League football, just winning the Club World Cup, and what is changed in this Chelsea team. So, firstly, there's three main topics to talk about in this video. Obviously, as I stated earlier, Champions League football, finishing that top 5. Obviously, previously it was top 4, but this year it was made a bit easier, a top 5. And no matter, throughout this Premier League season, you could see Chelsea were far more consistent, and they managed to make that top 5 spot. In February time, it was a bit, you didn't know if they were going to make it. But as the season got closer to the end, they had tough fixtures like Man United away, I'm pretty sure, and then Nottingham Forest away in the final day, but they managed to do it. They got that top 5 finish that obviously they craved, because Chelsea have not been in the Champions League since getting knocked out by Real Madrid and having a couple of very bad years under the new ownership of Todd Bowley. It's starting to show its true colours now, because players like Caicedo have been transformed under Marseca, and I'll be talking about different players who have succeeded under the leadership of him and how they compare to when they were under Poch, and even dating back to Graham Potter. The next thing we'll be moving on to is winning the Conference League. Obviously, Chelsea were by far the favourites for that. They were way too good. Most English teams are going to win the Conference League when they're in it because of the financial budgets, which is kind of unfair because it was made for the smaller teams who maybe can't get past the qualifiers, or they just keep getting knocked out of Europe every time at the group stage, finishing last in the Europa League or the Champions League. But Chelsea, they were playing like a fourth team, but he still had that identity, a possession-based football that he learned under Pep Guardiola. So I thought that was quite good. Every time I watched them, even though it's against an Icelandic team or a team for Romania or whatever, they still stayed consistent. And as in his words, it doesn't matter if other people think it's bad, it's still a trophy. And that takes me on to like them beating Real Betis. Like, Real Betis were second favourites probably to win that trophy, and they absolutely hammered them in the final 4-1 in Poland. And that was probably his first statement after the Champions League. I mean, like, that was his first trophy as Chelsea manager, so if he does do well winning Premier Leagues, and that'll be remembered as the first trophy, because that was the trophy that they completed the set of the 3 European trophies, and arguably put his Chelsea team on the map. But the next thing that thing that has put Chelsea of all teams on the world map is on the 13th of July winning that Club World Cup. And it's not only winning the Club World Cup, it is smacking the Champions League winners in that Club World Cup 3-0, with players like Cole Palmer being revolutionary and pivotal into how the team plays. And the way the new signs of Joe Pedro have linked into the team, he's really getting his identity into the team. they look so calm and composed when they're passing the ball about, and you can just see the connection they have all as a team, and that is what Marseca done at Leicester as well. He created a team that works as a team, not a player by player, not big names like big. Because you could see earlier on in the season, you didn't know if like you could see the team was getting stronger and stronger, and players like Palmer maybe were taking a hit because Chelsea were very reliant on Palmer in the previous season under Poch. You could see the transitioning into as I said, a team. So that no individual players, it was all working as teammates to achieve their goals, and they did, as I said earlier in the video, of becoming world champions, and they'll have a thing on their badge, their shirt for the next 4 seasons, I think. There was a lot of controversy with Chelsea getting into that because they won the European Cup 4 years ago, you know what I mean? So, but the highest coefficient for England alongside Manchester City, who've been very dominant, but that's Chelsea completed the set of every single trophy possible. And Marseca has made that happen on his style of football, because around about February time, you probably saw a slip. December to February, we saw a slip in Chelsea, and then before, as football fans and probably Chelsea fans thought, here we go again. But Marseca proven all the doubters wrong, basically, and he's created a winning team. And later this month, I'll release Premier League predictions when maybe there's more transfer activity, but definitely Chelsea will be higher up. And in my opinion, people may have, as I said, people doubted the manager because they were looking at Kieran McKenna and Enzo Marseca, and Enzo Marseca clearly was the better pick because he's, in my opinion, he's probably, I would rate him maybe an 8 or a 9 out of 10 in his first season at Chelsea, because he's won 2 trophies, he's got them Champions League football, and the signings he's making as well, like Joe Pedro, he's only just signing, you can see he's making a very big impact to that Chelsea team already. Delap's a good signing, he's transformed Caicedo, he's very underrated because I feel like he's not getting the praise that Rodri was getting like 2 years ago, and I feel like that's unfair. Recently he's changed players like Palmer, is more involved in the game. Before Madueke has went to Arsenal, he did make him one of the most dangerous Premier League wingers. He's brought Reece James back to his true self. The only problem I think he's had is he's not had the right goalie and goals for his team to do what they want to do. Roberto Sanchez, don't get me wrong, very good goalkeeper, but he's not been able to put his style of thing with, because they were chopping and changing goalkeepers constantly, and it was getting a bit ridiculous, to be fair. But in my opinion, as I've said, I would probably rate it at 8.5, 9 or 8. Don't know. But it is close to a perfect season. If you said to me Chelsea would get Champions League football, even though they've spent so much money, if you said to me they were getting Champions League football, I would have maybe not laughed at you, but I would have probably put teams like Newcastle getting it, as they did. But Manchester United maybe even been there, but they've had a downfall that probably contributed to maybe Chelsea, because there's been so many teams that maybe had a off season, but then you have a Nottingham Forest doing really well. So overall, I think he's had a really good year. But anyway, guys, if you enjoy these type of videos, remember to subscribe, leave a like and share the videos, because Just Adam will be doing more videos like this, discussing transfers, managers' seasons, managers' appointments. If you enjoy them, as I said, subscribe. So hopefully enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.